Alright, this is Chill with the Viper, and we're doing Roblox this episode, bro. I found this one game called Logo Universe RP, bro. And it's the first game we're gonna play, bro.
Pizza!
Oh my god, this shit's so cursed, bro. Let's first go with the defunct shit, bro. Oh, we got this TV network. Damn, this TV got discontinued? Oh shit. Like, holy fucking shit. This TV got discontinued, bro. I didn't even notice that this TV network got discontinued, bro. So yeah, I heard about this TV network. It was a movie channel. It was a sub channel that focused on movies, bro. So yeah, like I heard of it, but damn, I think I only watched it like once, bro.
Pizza!
It debuted. It made its debut in 2008. Got it shut down until in 2024. So yeah,
Pizza!
which is fucking crazy, bro. So yeah, Universal Kids. I heard about that one. That one shut down too, bro. G4, it shut down twice, bro. Like that ass. G4 shut down twice, bro. Universal Kids debuted in 2005 as Sprout, as PBS Kids Sprout, and later shortened to just Sprout. Got discontinued in this year. It got discontinued March 6th of this year, bro.
Pizza!
G4 got canned twice. Was around from 2002 to 2014 during the first run, and the second run only lasted a whole year, bro. From 2021 to 2022, bro.
Pizza!
The HX Me, I think I heard that. Though Cookie Jar, I definitely heard about that. Discontinued Cookie Jar TV was a programming block on, I think it was CBS. Was it CBS? I know that CBS and this TV both have blocks dedicated to Cookie Jar. Cubo! To Disney, Playoffs Disney. I remember these. I remember these. I remember these, yeah, guys. I remember these. Cubo, Toon Disney, Playhouse Disney. I remember them, bro. I've seen them when I was a kid, bro. So yeah, Disney Cinemagic. I'm fucking jealous of y'all Europeans. Y'all, I'm jealous that y'all got Disney Cinemagic, which was basically a movie channel owned by Disney. So yeah, sadly we never got Disney Cinemagic in America. Sadly, I heard of Fox Kids, bro, but but it was around before. It was around mostly before I was born, and by the time I was born, it got
Pizza!
canned. I think it got discontinued when I was 1 year old. Fox Kids, because in 2002 in the United States, Fox Kids was replaced with Fox Box. Jags, I definitely heard of. It was basically a programming blog on Toon Disney, bro. Both Toon Disney and Jags got merged into Disney XD in 2009. So yeah, Jags was way cooler. Hell, I remember at one point Jetix. Yes, Jetix at one point took up much of the time slots of Toon Disney. And how Toon Disney was supposed to be the main channel. It's kind of like what happened in recent times with Cartoon Network and Adult Swim. So yeah. Oh yeah, I definitely heard about this one. I heard about this one. Nick on CBS and Nick Jr. on CBS, which basically Nick and Nick Jr. shows airing on CBS for a few years. Oh, Hit Entertainment. I definitely heard about Hit Entertainment. Net. It was a precursor to fucking PBS. Circuit City. I definitely heard about this one. It's an electronics store. Hell, I even heard about it from Burnout Revenge because in the Xbox 360 version of Burnout Revenge, there was this one. There was these three cars that you could get at stores via its kiosk. Those being GameStop, Best Buy, and Circuit City. Sadly, Circuit City is no longer around, so there's no way of getting the Circuit City vehicle. So yeah, and I highly doubt GameStop and Best Buy still has that shit, considering that they took down the kiosk like I think years ago. Acclaim, I heard of Acclaim. They're one of the ones that own LJN. LJN is known for making shitty video games. So yeah, but pretty good action figures, bro. Dolby Digital, I heard about that. Well, definitely. Oh my god. Oh my god, I miss Adobe Flash, bro. I missed Adobe Flash. You know how many Flash games became lost media because this thing got discontinued? So yeah. Thankfully there's softwares where you can actually play Flash games, bro. So yeah, thank God. So most of the shit has been archived. We Connect 24, never heard of it. Oh, it's supposed to be Disney La Chain, or basically Disney Channel French Canadian, but that got discontinued. So yeah, VH1 Classic. I heard about that one. It's supposed to be like old VH1 songs, mostly rock and roll, bro. Though in 2016 it got rebranded into MTV Classic, which is supposed to serve classic music videos and TV shows for MTV. However, by the end of 2016, all of those classic MTV shows were gone from the lineup, and it just became a music video channel. So yeah, I heard of Esquire Network. It's supposed to be a channel aimed at a male audience, bro. So yeah, rumors said that it was gonna replace G4, but then it turned out that it replaced Style Network. So yeah, and this one got shut down. Esquire Network got heard of. They got Nickelodeon Team France that got discontinued. Five Spike, which is the UK version of Spike TV. It got rebranded initially. It got rebranded as Paramount Network, and then later, fucking Five Action. So yeah, Seven Food Network, Smile TV. That's like a religious shit. ABC Spark. Wow, it's crazy to see the ABC branding in Canada, bro. To be fair, some of ABC's affiliates aired in Canada, in parts of Canada. So yeah, ABC Spark. Damn, holy shit. ABC Spark got discontinued earlier this month. I mean, last month. Last fucking month, ABC Spark got discontinued. So, yeah. This is because of financial problems at Chorus Entertainment. So, yeah. That is so crazy. Because of financial issues. So, yeah. Excuse me. Which is fucking crazy, bro. So, yeah, bro. So yeah, bro, that is crazy how Coors Entertainment was fucking losing money, bro. So yeah, Sprint. I definitely heard about Sprint. I heard about Sprint, yeah, guys. So yeah, it was like this, like it was like this, like phone pro- this phone provider brand. Oh my god, was it was around from 1899 to 2020, bro. That ass. Teletoon at Night, which is basically Teletoon's version of Adult Swim, essentially. So yeah, the block would be discontinued in 2019. The reason for the block's discontinuation in 2019 is because the Canadian version of Adult Swim had launched. So yeah, as a standalone TV channel. So yeah. So yeah, bro. Okay, cartoon. Cookie Jar Tunes. I think this was the one that was on this TV. Cookie Jar TV was on CBS. Epics, they got rebranded to MGM Networks. THQ went bankrupt. That I remember THQ. I remember ABC Kids got replaced in 2011 with Litton's Weekend Adventure, which is supposed to be like these so-called educational nature programs or whatever the fuck they are. Discovery Kid. I remember Discovery Kids United States, bro. I mainly remember it for two major shows, Hip Hop Harry and Bigfoot Sans Meteor and the Mighty Monster Trucks. So yeah, I remember that for those, bro.
Pizza!
Chavez.
Couple of shit. Tech TV. Tech TV would merge with G4 in 2004. So yeah, UPN merged with the WB to become the CW in 2006, bro. We Shop Channel, yeah. Wild Brain TV that got discontinued. Family Junior got discontinued. Fox Box, the one that replaced Fox Kids, initially got rebranded into 4Kids TV before getting canned altogether in 2008. So yeah, VH1 Soul that got rebranded to BET Soul. This one's fucking sad, bro. This one is fucking sad, bro. The Corporation of Public Broadcasting, bro. Now, this was the thing that funded those educational shows on PBS, bro. This one fucking hurts, bro. It's it got canned this year, sadly. Mainly because of its funding getting taken away. Yeah, it got taken away, bro. Why would you take away shit? Why would you take away funding for public broadcasting? Why? Like that, I'm still pissed off at, bro. So yeah, HBO Family got discontinued this year alongside a couple of networks, alongside like three Cinemax networks. So yeah, this year, 4Kids TV. That this was the thing that replaced Fox Box in 2005. Though it got discontinued in 2008, bro. Yeah, it got discontinued in 2008. And that was basically it for Fox's Programming, bro. That was it for Fox's Saturday morning cartoon blocks. As in 2008, it would some markets replace it with a block called Weekend Marketplace, which is just a 2-hour infomercial block. So yeah. Kids WB, I heard about this one. Kids WB lasted from 1995 to 2008. Yeah, Kids WB outlasted its original network by a mere 2 years, bro. Hell, this block was actually carried over to the CW, bro. That's crazy, right? So yeah, bro, that was fucking crazy. So yeah, so yeah, bro, which is fucking crazy, bro. In 2008, Kids WB would be replaced with CW4 Kids in 2008. Though the CW4 Kids naming lasted from 2008 to technically 2012, technically. However, in 2010, it was rebranded into Toonzai. Although it kept the CW4 Kids branding on it. And I remember the commercials referred to it as CW4 Kids Toonzai. So yeah. And that was actually the discontinued session, bro. There's a number of these I know, a good amount that I don't know. CNAR, I think I remember that. That was like the Canadian like development company or something like that. So yeah, I know. I spent time on this one fucking game, bro. Looking at logos, bro. Like, this is amazing, bro. MTVU. This is one network I forgot existed. MTVU. I think it's only available at colleges. I think. Hence the name, because I think U was supposed to stand for university. So yeah, AccuWeather, I heard about that one. I definitely heard about the big networks, bro. These big four networks: ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox. If you live in the U.S., you know about these networks. So yeah, the big four networks. Oh, you probably know PBS and PBS Kids. Like, hold on a second. Why the fuck does PBS Kids look like that now, bro? Like, whatever happened to Dash and Dot? Okay, I think there was a storyline reason why Dash got ran off because he got older. I think I don't remember. You got HLN, MSNBC. Matter of fact, NBC Universal is losing the rights to MSNBC and rebranding it into MS Now, Fox News Channel. I fucking hate Fox News, bro. They're so fucking biased, bro. Like, for real. We'll start with this row first. You got MTV, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon. I heard about these networks. HDTV, FX, TBS, TNT. Damn. Matter of fact, in Europe, several MTV networks are shutting down in Europe. So yeah. Hell, there was some Cartoon Network channels and Nickelodeon channels that got shut down internationally. So yeah. Which sucks, bro. I guess because of the whole streaming service thing. You got FX, you got TBS. TBS is basically a network, but network currently owned by Warner Bros. Discovery that focuses on comedy primarily. TNT focuses on drama primarily. TLC which was originally stand for the Learning Channel. Initially was educational, but then over time it became more about the reality shows. Like I swear, I fucking swear, TLC be having all that they be having in the reality show catalog is either about fucking children or fucking fat people, bro. True TV, it used to be about like true crime and shit like that. Reality and true crime it used to be. Now it not only does it focus on comedy in certain parts of the schedule, but it also paid more attention to movies and sports, bro. Recently, so yeah. Disney Channel, I heard about this one. I I honestly love this animated shows back in the 2000s. The Proud Family, Kim Possible, American Dragon Jake Long, the whole 9 yards, bro. So yeah, I honestly never cared about his fucking live action shows. Like dead ass, bro. I always thought they were corny. I always thought they were cheesy. I always thought that they were lame. Like dead ass. Though I do love, though I do like its more animated programming, bro. Hell, Gravity Falls, Star vs. the Force of Evil, Wander Over Yonder, Amphibia, Owl House. Yeah, I heard of the web channel. Game Show Network. Yes, Game Show Network. GSN, bro. GSN. I heard about it, bro. The Game Show Network. That's a network I always loved. Ever since I was a kid, bro. It was always about game shows, bro. I remember turning it on, seeing game shows like Lingo, Chain Reaction, Catch 21 on there. Hell, that was actually my first exposure to some classic game shows like Press Your Luck or Super Password, bro. Say yeah. Say yeah, bro. Hell, I would even catch reruns of Richard Collin and John Hurley's Family Feud when I was younger, bro, on GSN, bro. Like, they was lit. To be fair, they're still kind of lit. They're pretty good now, pretty decent. But nowadays is more modern. It's just airs more modern game shows nowadays. Recently, they've launched a spin-off channel titled Game Show Channel. No, not Game Show Channel. Game Show Central, where it primarily focuses on GSN's original shows, past and present. So yeah. And there's a different network called Buzzard, which focuses on classic game shows entirely. So yeah, the, from the mainly from the 50s all the way up until the 90s, bruh. Though they do air some 2000s game shows on Buzzard, bro. Like now on the schedule, they air Temptation, which is basically a 2007 revival of Sale of the Century. So yeah, NFL Network, of course, the Hallmark Networks, American Heroes Channel, who cares? Lifetime Movie Network, which is basically movies, and note that Lifetime is aimed at a female demographic. So yeah, it's basically movies centered around females. So yeah, ESPN2, which is basically a secondary feed to ESPN. No, basically secondary network to ESPN, bro. Mostly though, I would see them air games mostly whenever ESPN, the main network, is too busy airing other sporting events. So yeah, MTV Live, I definitely heard about that one. Is a full blown music channel, bro. So yeah, Treehouse TV. That's basically like a Canadian preschool channel. I heard about it because some of the shows I watched on Nick Jr. when I was a kid or Noggin had this Treehouse logo, bro. So yeah, YTV, yeah, basically it's basically like Nickelodeon, the Canadian version of Nickelodeon. So yeah, Noggin is no longer around, bro. That's where he made a mistake. Food Network, that was a I loved their show Chopped and Cutthroat Kitchen, like that ass, bro. USA Network. Nowadays, USA Network has been airing sporting events again primarily, and I watched this network for the longest time mainly because of WWE, bro. WWE, because for most of I would say ever since like I think the 80s or 90s, USA Network had WWE programming, except for that brief 5 year break from till 2000 to 2005. So yeah, I watched Raw, bro, when I was a kid on USA Network, bro. When I first started watching wrestling, bro. So yeah, FXX, which is basically the secondary FX network. Nowadays, they air primarily their reruns of of Fox's animated shows. So yeah, primarily like King of the Hill, American Dad, Family Guy, Futurama, you know, AMC, which is a movie channel, but they're primarily known for Breaking Bad and The Walking Dead. So yeah, which is crazy, bro. One second, be right back. One second, yeah, guys. Okay, so I'm back, bro. So yeah. So yeah. We got the Stars Encore networks. It used to just be known as Encore, bro. Before it was renamed to Stars Encore. So yeah. HBO too. Got CW Plus. The CW was the one that replaced UPN and the WB. So yeah. So yeah, bro. Mm. 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 The thing is that okay, I'll tell you this. Yeah, guys. 1 second. So so yeah, in 1998, Trip Time AOL Time Warner decided to because by that point, 1988. 1988, a lot of the smaller areas, a lot of the more smaller television areas did not have had little to no WB local WB outlets. They will often had to rely on WGN for the WB programming. So yeah. So yeah, bro. Mm. Mm. So yeah, bro. Hell, for some like WBNA in Louisville, they were owned by religious groups, and in like I think a handful of stations' case because some of the more inappropriate content wasn't shown on that local WB affiliate. So as a result, they had to rely on WGN just to air that specific show, bro. Mm. Which isn't fair to the local WB affiliate, which isn't fair to the local residents of that area. So yeah. So yeah, that led to the creation of the web, which was later renamed to the WB 100 Plus Station Group in 1998. It was only available in mostly very small markets, primarily. So yeah. So yeah, bro. It's basically a fixed schedule, bro, of shows alongside WB programming. So yeah. So yeah, bro. In 2006, in 2006, WB 100 Plus Station Group was renamed to the CW Plus. So yeah. Discovery Familia, which is the Spanish language version of Discovery Channel, bro. BBC America, BBC Kids, which is a program block. Adult Swim, baby. Mm. Nowadays, Adult Swim takes up most of Cartoon Network's schedule. 13 hours per day, bro. Yeah, so basically Adult Swim is it feels like the main channel nowadays, with Cartoon Network being the back burner. So yeah, or taking the back seat. Daystar, Buzzard. I mentioned this one a few minutes ago, which airs classic game shows. So yeah, Discovery Channel. Heard about this one, which airs, which initially aired like educational stuff, I think, as well, but mostly nowadays relegates to mostly just reality shows. Primarily Naked and Afraid. So yeah, primarily. So yeah, and I think Big Gold Rush. I think as well, but mostly Naked and Afraid. Mostly. IFC, bro. Movie channel, MLB Network focused on MLB, BT Her, a channel focusing on African American females. So yeah, History Channel, yeah, which is about history, of course. CBC, which is basically, I think CBC is supposed to be like the Canadian PBS, bro. In a way, bro. CNBC, CNN, both are basically like news networks and shit. Much Network, which is basically like, in some ways, Canadian MTV in a way, mixed with Comedy Central. So yeah, bro. They used to air music, bro. They used to air music, but like MTV, music began to fade away, bro. Mm. The French Canadian version of Teletoon. It's crazy how the main Teletoon network got renamed to Cartoon Network in Canada, while the Cartoon Network that was already existing in Canada got renamed to Boomerang, which leaves Teletoon only being around as a French Canadian network. So yeah. ESPN News, which is a sports news channel. Showtime and HBO are movie channels. MTV2, which is a secondary network to MTV. Hell, MTV2 launched as M2 in 1996, mainly because MTV, the main network, was starting to air a little less music programming. So yeah, they started airing more non-music programs like Beavis and Butthead, Daria, and the Real World. So yeah. However, over time, MTV2 began to slow down on music programming as well. So theirs is a little later. Hell, by the end of 2008, the main MTV network was relegated to only airing music in the morning time. With the following year, MTV2 sadly mostly follows suit, bro. With mostly just having music in the mornings, with the exception of Sucker Free, which is in the afternoon. So yeah. Bro, Bravo, a child in the female demographic. Boomerang, which is a classic cartoon network. Hold on a second. Boomerang was a classic network that aired classic Cartoon Network shows. So yeah. Mm. But for a brief time, it aired shows that weren't doing so well on Cartoon Network for a brief time in the mid 2010s. Teen Nick, Nicktoons, and Nick Jr. They're still around, bro. Nicktoons primarily just air SpongeBob and his spinoffs mostly. It's Nicktoons is essentially the SpongeBob network, essentially, bro. Teen Nick mostly just airs Harry Danger nowadays, mostly. Either that, iCarly, or Loud House. Nick Jr. just mostly airs Paw Patrol nowadays. Well, at least most of the day. Disney Jr., Disney XD. I didn't even notice that Disney Jr. had a new logo this year, bro. With the Junior just being abbreviated to JR. Not being abbreviated as opposed to the full word. Disney XD aired primarily reruns of old animated Disney shows, so yeah. So yeah. E was mostly like celebrity gossip and shit like that. It's all about celebrities, most of its existence. Nowadays, it's just like movies, reality shows. Nowadays, I forgot E still exists, bro. BET and VH1, y'all both used to air music shows, bro. Sadly, over time, y'all started to fade away, bro. In the 2000s, y'all started to fade away, bro. VH1 started to air more reality shows, while BET was starting to air more like original sitcoms and movies primarily. So yeah, or more so original comedies. So yeah, though BT had a lot of music shows, though it started to fade around 2005, where some of its music time slots went to sitcom reruns. And sadly, by 2008, with Rhapsody canceled, that left the Deal and Wellington Park as the only music shows on the network. So yeah. And by the end of 2010, Wellington Park was the only music video show on the network, bro. So its cancellation in 2014. Thankfully, 106 and Sports is about to air at 10 p.m., bro. So yeah. Comedy Central, which airs comedies, still airs comedies to this day. Nowadays, mostly just Family Guy, Cleveland Show, Beavis and Butthead, and movies and The Office, bro. So yeah, primarily FS1, which is a sports channel owned by Fox. They do air games, bro. So yeah, hell, from 2019 to 2024, it also served as the alternate. It serves as the alternate network to air SmackDown because Fox owns the rights to the World Series, and so they needed the time slots to air the World Series. If it landed on a Friday, then SmackDown would air on FS1 that week. So yeah, Freeform, which is a network that's primarily movies, primarily, and and some reruns of shows like Family Guy, Simpsons, Fresh Prince, stuff like that. But it's mostly known for being a movie channel, mostly, bro. Oh yeah, and Boy Meets World reruns. So yeah, television. I heard about that. I used to watch wrestling on that network, bro. On that network, bro. Hmm. I honestly don't care about the studio thing. Video games, they got food and drinks, social media, such websites. TV shows, restaurants. Wow, this thing has a lot, bro. TV affiliates, stores, basically. Stores and locations. Alternate shits, bro. Which is, I think, is supposed to be retro shit. Yeah, it looks like retro shit, bro. Technology, music, bands, video. Others, miscellaneous shit. Logo City, like what the fuck? Cars, truck, transportation, bro. We got TV channels from Europe and Africa, streaming services, and providers, bro. Oh boy, there's a lot to go through, bro. So yeah, I don't think I could do it in one part, bro. Most likely I have to come back, bro. Yeah, most likely I'll have to come back, bro. Most likely, bro. So I am gonna skip movie studio, bro, because I honestly don't fucking care, bro. Like for real. Next time we'll continue on with the food and drink for the logo universe one. Zenless Zone Zero. I played Zenless Zone Zero before, bro. So yeah, I guess it's basically Hoyoverse. Hmm. They got people like calling Mina. Yeah, a number of people from Genshin, bro. Let me try out Zero then. So yeah. Damn, she hot, bro. Yeah, a lot of characters, but it's basically horrible as shit, bro. That's what this shit basically is, but well, they got a couple of characters. At least they got a couple for fucking Xenoblade Zone Zero. So yeah, but there's some that's missing, bro. It's good, bro. How's this? Oh, hey, look, it's Belle. Yeah, she look hot, bro. Wow, this is bullshit. Hmm. Well, it takes longer and longer for each phase to get complete, bro. Let's spawn the train, bro. Alright, yeah, guys, this is the 5 train to Atlantic Avenue Barclay Center, running via the 2 line. So, yeah. Alright, this is 96th Street, transfer available to the 1 train. This is the Brooklyn bound 5 express train via the 2 line. The next the next stop is 72nd Street. And at 91st Street Station. That's the 3 trains. Strip map, yeah, guys, if you wanted to know, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah. There's 5 Express to Atlantic Avenue, Barclay Center via the 2 line, so yeah. This is 72nd Street. Transfer is available to the 1 train. This is a Brooklyn-bound 5 express train via the 2 line. The next stop is Times Square, 42nd Street. That tastes so good, bro. This is Times Square, 42nd Street. Transfer is available to the 1, 7, A, B, C, D, E, F, M, N, Q, R, and W trains. Transfer is also available to the shuttle to Grand Central. Connection is available to the Port Authority bus terminal. This is a Brooklyn-bound 5 express train via the 2 line. The next stop is 34th Street, Penn Station.
Stand clear of the closing door, please.
This is the last stop on this train. Everyone please leave the train.
This is 34th Street, Penn Station. Transfer is available to the M34 Select Bus Service. Connection is available to the Long Island Railroad, New Jersey Transit, and Amtrak. This is a Brooklyn-bound 5 express train via the 7th Avenue line. The next stop is 14th Street. Yeah.
Stand clear of the closing door, please.
This is 14th Street. Transfer is available to the 1, F, L, and M train. Transfer is available to the M14 Select Bus Service. Connection is available to PATH trains. This is a Brooklyn-bound 5 express train via the 2 line. The next stop is Chambers Street.
Stand clear of the closing door, please.
I feel good, bro. So how's it going, yeah, guys? So yeah, going good, bro. This is the last thing I'm doing before I end the stream.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an important message from the New York City Police Department. Keep your belongings inside.
Wow, train just passed by, bro. The opposite direction, bro. This is Chambers Street. Transfer is available to the 1 train. This is a Brooklyn-bound 5 train via the 2 line. The next stop is Park Place.
Stand clear of the closing door, please.
This is Park Place. Transfer to A, C, E, R, and W train. Connection is available to PATH. This is a Brooklyn-bound 5 train via the 2 line. The next stop is Fulton Street.
Stand clear of the closing door, please.
This is Fulton Street. Transfer is up 2, 3, A, C, J, and Z trains. Connection is available to PATH. This is a Brooklyn-bound 5 train via the 2 line. The next stop is Wall Street.
Stand clear of the closing door, please.
This is Wall Street. On a side note, I'm not sure why the Wall Street station exists, bruh. This is way too close to Fulton Street station, bruh. Like, honestly, like, I have a problem with the main station. Oh, sorry. This is a Brooklyn-bound 5 train via the 2 line. The next stop is Clark Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
So anyways, the main problem with the stations in Lower Manhattan is that they are all too close to each other. I feel like if you take out Wall Street, it would have made the trips a lot faster, bro. Fulton Street, you have to keep, bro. Because since it's a transfer center, bro, it's a full-on complex station, full-blown transfer station. So yeah. And I get why Bowling Green South Ferry exists to transfer from the 4 or 5 trains on Bowling Green or 1 R and W trains on South Ferry to the Staten Island Ferry. So yeah. This is Clark Street. This is an Atlantic Avenue Barclays Center bound 5 train via the 2 line. The next stop is Borough Hall.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is Borough Hall. Transfer is available to the 2, 3, and R trains. This is an Atlantic Avenue Barclays Center bound 5 train via the 2 line. The next stop is Hoyt Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is Hoyt Street. This is an Atlantic Avenue Barclays Center bound 5 train. The next stop is Nevin Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is Nevin Street. Transfer as well as the 2 and 3 train. The next and last stop is Atlantic Avenue Barclays Center.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is Atlantic Avenue Barclays Center. Transfer is available to the B, D, N, Q, and R trains. Connection is available to the Long Island Railroad.
The last stop on this train. Everyone please leave the train.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
You know what? I'm gonna transform this to the 5 show train. Okay, so I think I'm gonna end it here. Yeah, guys. So I'll see you next time. Bye.